am making this video to help you solve this problem of find the probability of cards. So I showed above a classic deck of cards is made of 52 cards, 26 are black, 26 are red. Each color is split into 2 suits, 13 cards of each. So there's 13 clubs, there's 13 spades, there's 13 diamonds, and 13 hearts. And each suit is split into 13 individual cards, going from ace, which is sometimes called the 1, 4, and then 2 through 10, and then jack, queen, and king. Okay, you can think of a jack as 11, queen as 12, and king is 13, and sometimes the ace is considered a 14. Okay, so they say if a card is randomly selected, what is the probability of drawing a 5 of one suit? So don't misinterpret this here. They're trying to say like, what is like the probability of getting a 5 of diamonds? And there's only one 5 of diamonds. Here it is. I know they didn't say like, there's the 5 of diamonds. That's a terrible drawing of it. There's a 5 of diamonds. So that's what they mean by when they say a 5 of one particular suit. So they could have said like 5 of diamonds, you know, or they could have said in a different problem, you know, maybe your problem says 5 of hearts or something, but it's the same. That's one particular card out of the total amount of cards that we can choose from, which are all equally likely. So the probability there for card A is 1 out of 52. Then if a card is randomly selected, what is the probability of drawing a spade or a heart? So these are mutually exclusive because we cannot be when you pick a card, it cannot be both a spade and a heart at the same time. So it's just, we're going to use the OR equation, which says the probability of an event A or B happening. Just look at O at all. It's just equal to the probability. Now, if they're mutually exclusive, that is, there's just the probability of A happening plus the probability of B happening. So the probability that we are going to get an A to be the event of getting a spade. So probability that we get a spade, well, there's 13 spades out of a total of 52. So the probability of getting a spade is 13 out of 52. And then the probability of getting a heart, well, there's also 13 hearts, you see here, out of a total of 52 cards. So the probability of getting a heart is also 13 out of 52. So the probability of getting either a heart or a spade is, we would add those together and get 26 by 52. And you probably want us to reduce that oh yes, leave the answers as reduced fractions. So you have to divide the top and bottom. I actually think we could do 26, and then we would get 1/2. And there we go for that part B. That's the answer, part B. And then they say if a card is randomly selected, what is the probability of drawing a number smaller than 2, counting the ace as 1? So we have to count the number of cards that are smaller than 2. And notice here how they say smaller than 2. They're not saying smaller than or equal to 2. So it seems like 2 is not being included here. It's strictly smaller than 2. So I would say the only numbers smaller than 2 in depth are the ace, if they are indeed counting as a 1, which they do say they are. So there's only 4 cards smaller than 2. So I would say this is 4 out of 52, which be careful and make sure that you're reducing it well. a trick to reducing is looking at when you have a fraction, look at the number that's smaller, either the numerator or denominator, and then prime factor that number. The prime factors of the smaller number are the only numbers you have to check to make sure they don't divide into the bottom number. So here, I just have to make sure that 2 doesn't go into 52, but it does. So that means that I divide the top and bottom by 2. Which I do, 2 divided by 2 is 2, and then 2 divided by 2 is 26. And so here we see that actually 2 goes into the top and bottom again. So we can say it's 13. So final answer. All right. I hope you found this valuable and have a great day. Bye.